Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday's highly anticipated CPI. This account, as you can see, I deposited the amount of $600. Then I started trading the account. I fumbled with the buys on Euro USD, and then I know I was wrong because you can never buy Euro USD and then you sell XAUUSD. So if you are trading the news, if you buy Euro USD, you anticipate that also XAUUSD would buy. So these are small mistakes that do happen to even us professional and advanced traders, but it's a mistake I admit and I see and I'm willing to fix. So as you can see, then Euro USD hit our stop loss at 54, negative 54 US on both trades, and then from there I then came with the sells on XAUUSD, which is gold. That's when we then made back all the money we had lost and even made the profits of $800. That's when after the news events, I then withdrew. So one thing that I want to teach you guys that is important from this is that, as you can see, I deposited a very little amount, which is $600. So $600 is the amount I was willing to risk, because news and are more like gambling, I won't lie, but not necessarily gambling if you know what you're doing. But news are highly volatile. You can lose all your funds when you are trading the news. So that's why I then just deposited a separate account from all the accounts that I always trade. So I didn't want to confuse myself by wanting to scale up and wanting to make so much money from my original accounts I've been trading. As you can see, this was deposited exactly yesterday when there was those news events that were taking place. So I made sure that I deposited the amount I'm willing to lose, and then from there I traded that amount, and there we are. I withdrew, we are gone. So yeah, that is what I wanted to show you guys, that if you are willing to trade the news, try to open a separate account and then trade the news from the separate account. Don't risk your proper risk management in a news event that lasts for about a minute or so. So never do that. Never lose your entire account from just an event that is here to either make you a lot of money or to take all of your funds. So that's a disclaimer I'm giving to you guys. Voila. Guys, as you would anticipate, that yesterday there was the news, so we got a very positive result on the dollar index, which means that if you got the positive results on the dollar index, you would expect USD first to be buying dramatically from yesterday. Even now, USD first is still buying dramatically from the news events, the consumer price index. So simple analysis, you draw our diagonal supporting trend line together with the diagonal resisting trend line. There it is, clean and fresh. Yesterday this was so easy to catch because this is where we were when we started buying. So it's a simple test that is above. It was a resistance, and the resistance turns into a support. So we were anticipating for buys to be as clear as you can see. So yesterday was very easy to catch the DXY, to see the direction of where the DXY was going to be heading to or headed at. So then from now, we're still above the 1003 and the 1004 levels. So we are just flying higher and higher. So you'd expect things like USD CAD to be also in profits right now. So you'd expect things such as euros USD ZAR to be in deep profits right now. When you were buying those particular things, you'd expect things like USD JPY to be buying from yesterday, and things like XAUUSD to be selling from yesterday, if DXY is showing us these results. I don't want to dwell much on a DXY, but if you have been the fan of this channel, you would know that we always start off by analyzing the DXY and giving you the most possible results. So right now, I would say as Jaguar, I'm expecting DXY to be this positive for almost the entire week, because even now you can see that we retraced and then now we're going back to the highest high. So basically that's it. I'm expecting DXY to be giving us good buys until somewhere 1007, man, and then from there test and then even move higher than that. So that's just what I'm anticipating DXY is going to be doing for the next coming weeks, and then for the next coming days as well. So it's important to draw your zones. Make sure you draw your zones. You make sure that your zones are as accurate as they can be. So that's basically what I'm anticipating and waiting for you guys to do. So please do that. So the second thing that I said I was gonna do for you guys is simple. It's XAUUSD. So let's look at it. Gold has been a blessing to many over the past years. So this is how you could have easily caught the sells on gold yesterday. This is how you could have easily caught the sells on gold yesterday. This is the first method I'll show you, and then I'll show you also the second method. This is a daily time frame, and I'm gonna show you how you could have easily caught the sells from XAUUSD yesterday. So this is the diagonal supporting trend line, and then the diagonal resisting trend line on the other side. So then you give yourself some nice zones in between to see where are you currently playing and where your market is currently at. So you need to know where your playground is and not be waiting for a performance in a wrong stadium. So it's very much important for you to be waiting for a performance in the right stadium. So if you're gonna say you're gonna be waiting for Super Bowl in Johannesburg, no, Super Bowl was not in Johannesburg, bruh. You are in a wrong stadium. So it's very much easy for you. It's very much important for you as a trader to be waiting for trades at the right place. You can never be expecting sells from a wrong a place. You cannot be expecting buys as well from the wrong place. You must know the stadium that you're currently playing. This is the first method you could have easily caught the sells on XAUUSD yesterday. You could have seen that we've broken up below the trend, and now we went back to actually test back the trend, and now we're looking for selling opportunities. This is the first way you could have seen that. Let me show you the second way you could have seen your sells from yesterday on XAUUSD. You were simply gonna ignore what has happened here. That's the second way you could have caught your sells yesterday. Simply ignore what happened here. Simply ignore what happened here and introduce the new trend lines here. Introduce the new trend lines here. Have this here, and then have this there. Let me show you. Have this there. Have this there. And then you look at this. Yesterday, before the news, we were having gold that was here. This clearly shows that gold has touched where gold has previously touched 21.26. It also went to touch 20.92. It didn't break. It also went to touch, the last part was yesterday before the CPI, which was then bear with me, I'm using the daily time frame, so you'll see that from the daily time frame it shows that it's a second, but it's not necessarily the second. You're gonna see when I show you from a smaller time frame. So as you can see here, that was the yesterday's touch, which took place at 2057. So from there was no way we were gonna break easily like that after we failed so many times. And also looking at this overall trend here, it was showing us that no, we're gonna be following that trend. Even now we're gonna drop. I'm expecting gold to drop until 1935. So that's how far I'm expecting gold to even drop, moving further down. So until 1935, somewhere here, until somewhere here, even somewhere here, 1914. I'm expecting gold to drop that much. So let's just try to use smaller time frames to see what I'm talking about. On a 4-hour time frame, as you can see, the days are now starting to be better. There it is. This is what I was actually seeing from when I was analyzing. There it is. Let me show you clearly. There it is. Here we are. Here we are. It was never gonna be that easy for us to simply just break above, or to just break above after we've tested that position so many times. We've tested that position so many times, guys. Let me calculate how many times we've been trying to test, and then we couldn't manage to break. We've tried here. That was the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time. Never, guys. We were never gonna break above to give the buy setup. We were never gonna do that. That's why we then experienced these long-term sells. It just only puchu a little bit, small peeps, then after that started going down. Even now, gold is still selling, and it's selling very nicely even now. So that's basically what I saw. From gold yesterday. Even here, I can simply also still show you using this strategy here, that gold was meant to sell yesterday. It had completed all its tasks with the buys. It was done. It had completed all its tasks. All the tasks were done, and now we're looking for very strong sells. And even now, I'm proud to say I'm still anticipating that gold will continue giving us these beautiful sells. We'll continue selling down, until Xauusd abuye. We're gonna be selling until Xauusd abuye, because right now what's happening with the dollar is something that I've never seen before. The dollar is so positive. So I want to show you also that the top 10 of the top 100 of Nasdaq and the top 10 of the companies has been changed. Having Noyanda, I don't know how to pronounce it nicely, but it has passed with its sales. So that is what's currently happening in the US market. So that was a very clean setup, man. This is very clean on gold, man. So now we're gonna move right along to NAS100. So as you know, I've told you before that when NAS100 sells, gold will also sell. When NAS100 buys, gold will also buy. So let's look into NAS100. NAS100, we experienced the same thing yesterday. When NAS100 started selling, also gold started giving us sells. But as I'm looking into this, it looks like the sells on NAS100 has depleted. They've came to an end, and now we are trying to move back to where we are supposed to be, which is the high. NAS100 is always fighting together with US30 to be always giving us proper setups and to be always giving us proper buys every time. Most of the time, there was a time 2020 when they used to say, after the lockdown, they used to say buy NAS100 and sleep. So those were the good times where NAS100 was buying very heavily and was making most of the people millionaires. And I'm happy with the jump on Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has been on a very good streak of buys these days. I'm very much excited about that. I don't know what happened and what might have caused that, but Bitcoin revival has came back. Like, it's recovering quite well. When you can compare it with the last 2 years, it's recovering quite well. So I'm very much excited about that. It's very much important for you guys to be alerted and to know what's happening in your surrounding areas, to know what's happening, what's affecting your economies. So I always keep myself updated with FASTBULL. Yesterday, when I was trading the news, I ensured that I log into FASTBULL, and then I was looking into AI signals. And as you can see, the signal of gold was given. The entry point was 2000. The entry point was 2017, and the take profit was 1997. So this was a very good signal that was given under FASTBULL. You can subscribe to any of the people that you see and you deem correct and right when trading. So FASTBULL, it's a very good platform for you to look into your news events. So for example, for yesterday, which was the 13th, the CPI was recorded prior, and they told us what was going to be happening. So as you can see, there with gold, they said it that okay, they then gave a signal that CPI is bearish. So there it is. Gold was going to be bearish. So there it is. Gold was going to be bearish during signal. Gold was going to be bearish during the CPI. So you can always go to choose which pair you want to see what was going to be happening or what took place during the CPI. So it always gives you, oh, this is the best, man. You see, it can even give you what was happening with gold from 2023, May, July, September, November, as well as January, what you intended to get from gold in the CPI when trading the CPI. So these are the events details. So for example, today it's the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to each and everyone all over the world, man. Today we're having these news. The US API is just gonna be at 5:30, which was at 5:30, and then the news that have not yet taken place are these ones, because right now it's 10:50, so it's 10 minutes to 11 o'clock, so in South African time. So these are the news that are still upcoming. These are the news that are still upcoming that we are expecting to be having. So it's very much important, man, to look into FASTBULL. For those of you who are beginners, you can simply just follow in the signals that you get from FASTBULL. For those of you who are already advanced traders, you can look at the news and then analyze the data for yourself. And know whether you're going to be buying or selling at that particular time and moment. So it's very much important for you to do that. Moving right along, I want us to look into NAS100, as I've told you. So I'm expecting NAS100 to be buying from 4 hours. I'm expecting it to be buying, moving like crazy up. So guys, that is it from this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please don't forget, man, to like and subscribe, and to call all your friends to come through to like and to also subscribe and be part of the family, man. We are growing bit by bit. We are aiming at getting 15,000 subscribers. There's 100 more left. Please, man, if you have not yet done that, please, man, like and subscribe, man, if you enjoy the content that I produce here on this channel. Other than that, Jaguar, your mentor. I'm now signing out.